Hello, this is the third attempt at recording this video. I am here to do the Dancer questline. Questline starts in Upper Juneau. There's a dancer above the Chocobo stables named Layla, who you will want to talk to on a level 30 or higher job. After responding yes to her prompt, I'm going to talk to the Mithra, right beside her who's dancing. She will direct you to here where I am right now. Fortunately, I already did the cutscene that occurs here. We are going to talk to this NPC right here. And you will fail to dance in the cutscene. And afterwards, we are going to return to Upper Juneau. We're going to report to the Mithra who sent us here. Hopefully without disconnecting this time. I know this is extremely quirky, but I love it when the footsteps line up with the beat of the music. I don't know why. It's just incredibly pleasing. Anyways, here's the NPC we're going to report to. Alright, and we have been informed that the Stardust Pebbles no longer exist in our time. And here is where Wings of the Goddess is going to come into play. So we are going to head out of town. If you have already started Wings of the Goddess, you can get to where we need to go faster. But I am on a new character, so I will have to start Wings of the Goddess. But we're going to be watching a cutscene before we can actually continue the questline. Also, last time I unlocked mounts, so I'm going to create a macro really quickly. Let's see, does this work? It works. That god-awful mount music. I mean, it's not bad, but when this is the only mount theme you listen to when you're mounted all the time, oh my. Anyways, we are headed to where the survival guide is on our map. Don't need to summon trust when you're mounted. When you are mounted, you are not going to aggro anything as far as I know. Alright, we're going to get ready to dismount. We'll hop off here. Before we interact with this, new players should always interact with these. And we can always just teleport to this maw. And if you have already started Wings of the Goddess, you're not going to get the same cutscene. Otherwise, you're going to have to do this cutscene before you can continue the Dancer quest line. Alright. So, I'm not 100% sure on this, but I think the zone you end up in is slightly random. I ended up in Rolandberry Hills. So, that's fine. What I need to do is make my way, if my technical difficulties would stop. Alright. That was strange, but I think we're back. We need to mount up. And we want to head back to Battalia Downs. If you read the chat, a new portal has been opened to the depths of the maw. This means that if I approach this maw in present-day Rolandberry Fields, I can return to this zone. This is how you attune to maws. I'm not going to worry about attuning to maws right now, because I want to keep this part of the video focused purely on the Dancer questline. But it is a good idea to enter every maw from the past, so you can attune to them. And it is something I will eventually do. But for now, we're just going to get Dancer unlocked. We're actually done with the major bulk of the quest. It's a pretty short quest line. So we are making for Jugner Forest. Most past zones are very similar to present zones. Jugner Forest is absolutely an exception. Jugner Forest in the past is one of the biggest abominations of a zone ever to navigate. I dread when I have to go through that zone. Like, it's an interesting concept, but it is an absolute pain to get through that zone. Thankfully for unlocking Dancer, we don't really have to deal with any of Jugner's nonsense. Alright, we are approaching Jugner. We are going to dismount to pick up the survival guide. Now, if you have a warp ring, I would recommend equipping it now, because we are just going to warp out once we're done. You're headed to the lake. Since this is an older game, the maps aren't really reflective of past versus present. So we kind of just have one map for both versions of Jugner Forest. And this is a much different place to navigate in the past. Everything is incredibly tough, which means that they'd probably kill me if I dismounted. If you don't have a mount, you can use Sneak and Invisible, but hopefully you have a mount, because you have to be level 30 to even accept the quest to unlock Dancer. So, if you're not level 30, I highly recommend picking up your mount. I mean, if you are level 30 and you don't have your mount, I would recommend setting everything aside to get your mount. This is what we need. Glowing pebbles. Alright, let's return to the present day. You can just warp right back to the present. You don't have to do any time traveling shenanigans. Here we are in Sandoria. We'll just have to warp back to Upper Juno. Alright, and you've unlocked Dancer, my first advanced job on this character. One of the most useful utility sub-jobs. Now, before I actually switch over to Dancer, we're gonna do a few here. I'm just copy-pasting some macros to save some time. And go ahead and make a macro for our first Dancer ability that we will get. But I actually won't be switching over to Dancer for a little while. I want to actually level Dancer up in Gustaberg, because that is where I want to head next for the story. I'm also gonna convert some scripts into Gil, or some... I keep saying scripts from Final Fantasy. I'm exchanging sparks for Gil. This is a different game. And now, I'm gonna refresh Ignite. A few hours ago now, I did this mission, and I never actually turned it in. So we're gonna turn it in. Alright. Let me go ahead and accept the next mission. The Devoy Report is an optional mission. Maybe one day I will go and do the optional missions. Since it's extremely easy to get the points to skip it, I'm just gonna go ahead and go to Journey Abroad. We are entering the chateau, and I am not going to attempt to pronounce that, because I will absolutely butcher it. We can actually take one more shield. I'm gonna vendor these shields really quickly. Free up inventory space. Yeah, my inventory is not looking good. I could have just home point warped. I only just realized this now. It's alright. It wasn't that big of a walk. We are waiting for the NPCs to load in. This is the NPC we need. I'm going to speak to Halver. And we obtain Halver's trust. And we have our actual mission. So we're gonna leave the chateau. I guess, for the sake of inventory space, I will turn in this trust first. Alright. It's slightly faster to get to where I need to go doing this. So we have a few ways to get to Gustaberg. The long way would be to take the survival guide to Valkyrum and use my mount to run all the way to Gustaberg. But, in interest of time, I can actually do something called Unity Warp. Or at least, I think I can. You're about to find out if I can. We're gonna go to Bring Me to a Wanted Encounter area. Level 99 and below. Here we have the regions of the starting cities. And just like that, we are in Gustaberg. Let's look at the map, gather my bearings. Okay, right on the border with North Gustaberg. So there's actually a notorious monster here that is ridiculously popular. Do I want to derail my video trying to kill it though? I think while I am leveling Dancer, I will attempt to farm it. I don't want to derail the video spending another hour on a notorious monster. It did not work last time. can see the airship taking off in the background. Alright, and here is Bastok, the second starting city, where the Humes and Galka are mainly. Picking up our home points. Our destination is the Metalworks, which is kind of this area. I feel like there's a home point around here somewhere. For now, though, I'm gonna just press on. Alright, you're in the Metalworks. We'll start up by getting this home point. You have to ride an elevator. That. This is the council that we need, but let's pick up the home point first. And now we will report council. All right. Looking for this room. Alright, we need to go to the Craftman's Eatery. On the map. We're looking for a Galka named Grome. Here we are. Alright, so we need to go to Palborough Mines and use these pickaxes. Now, the game gives us 3, but I don't think 3 is going to be a safe amount, so I'm going to go ahead and get some more. I only just realized I basically have barely fought anything for the past 40 minutes. Lots of cutscenes. It's a story-heavy MMO. It's almost time to start fighting. So there's a shop in this zone that I want to find called the Boyd's Knickknacks. I'm gonna use Flea. a little bit of a waste of Flea because I don't actually know where I'm going. I think this is the wrong way. I'm gonna open my map really quickly. It's actually on the map. There it is. I think we're actually looking for the back NPC. I'm gonna hope that 25 is enough. If 25 pickaxes aren't enough, I think there's a problem. Now it is finally time to switch to Dancer. While I'm here, let's go ahead and accept some Record of Eminence for where I'm about to fight. Huh. Oh, I'm having a moment. It's right here. I was looking for Leaping Lizzy. No, I'm gonna buy some things. I'm a sucker for event stuff, so I can buy it. All right. Let's go ahead and put some crystals in my log safe, inventory purposes. We now have a support job. So if I do a search, I may not show up on it. Well, my name starts with a C, so it should. There we are, we have a sub job. And we are most likely going to just massacre the low-level enemies. We're actually going to kill them so fast that I don't think it's even worth summoning all four of them right away. I actually think just Val is fine. Let's try that again. And Dancer is extremely different to 14's Dancer. 11's Dancer is all about TP manipulation and stacking buffs and debuffs. You can heal. You can do a lot with Dancer. And yeah, this is the leveling experience. It's fantastic. Obviously, this is a little off-putting for any veteran players to just watch this random Elven just body every single mob in existence, but it's alright. There's actually another player in this zone now. I do need to be a little careful because Val is only level 1. I'm gonna summon some other trusts meanwhile. I'm gonna summon some non-standard trusts. Just because Val is not gonna cut it until I resummon him. These dancers, well, they can dance, obviously. We have Drain Samba, which puts a debuff on the enemy called Drain Days. If you hit an enemy with Drain Days, we'll drain HP from them. Very straightforward. Not the most useful ability, but it's something we have. Once I can resummon Val, I'll resummon him and everybody else. Yeah, Val is starting to die. He is a level 1. He's doing his best. I don't think the mob's dead. Oh, it lived at 1 health. Val might meet an unfortunate end here. And well, even though Val aggroed these other mobs, they actually didn't aggro onto me, so they don't really mind the fact that they just almost died. They kind of just move on. This is a perfect time to resummon everybody now, though. We're gonna go ahead and do that. I'll give Lizzy? I'll give Leaping Lizzy 1 spawn cycle, maybe 2. My goal is Palborough Mines, but I would like to be like level 15 when I enter Palborough, just for safety reasons. I'll still mow everything down along the way. Not much reason not to. I'll do another quick search. Doesn't look like anybody else would potentially be hunting for Leaping Lizzy right now. And like, again, I have a character who has Leaping Lizzy's drop, and you can actually trade it across accounts. So if I really, really wanted the item, I could technically just transfer my character and trade it, but that kind of kills the fun, so... Wow, that vulture just got collateraled. I'm slightly concerned for my Mog wardrobe space already, but I will just keep adding items to it. If it becomes a problem, I'll just take stuff out later. You can literally level with no armor on at all, really. Armor really just matters once you get to like 99, because the trusts just do so much work, especially if you have Val and Shantoto. I mean, and you'll always have Val, so if you have Shantoto, it's just even more overkill. Yeah, let's kill some lizards. Why not? Lizard. There's a level. I don't need to resummon my trust yet. I mean, Val's already basically one-shotting stuff, so it doesn't really change much. And yeah, I'll just treat this like I did Jaggedy or Jack, and I'll just go to 15. And if there's no appearance by level 15, I'll just leave. This will definitely force Val to do his jump, because the cooldown will aggro me. There's level 10. Just like that. That was a very fast 1 to 10. I mean, I did have the Etched Ring going. Get some grain seeds. Those can be pretty valuable. Although they're probably less valuable in modern Final Fantasy XI, but they exist. I actually only now just realized that I made a mistake while I was in the stock. Not that big of a mistake, but it does cost me a little bit of time. I forgot to pick up a survival guide. Again, it's not that big a deal. It does cost me a little bit of time. I'm gonna aggro this Quadav and attack the lizard, because that'll force Val to do his thing. I love it when Val just does his thing. We're gonna resummon the truss. Probably for the last time while I'm out in this zone, because I'm pretty sure we're already entering one-shot territory with the truss in terms of how much damage they can do. Like, I probably don't even need much more than Val. Alright, and I think I've killed basically every single lizard in this area, which you really don't have to kill every lizard, because I think Leaping Lizzy... Oh, I think Leaping Lizzy has a placeholder, which means that one mob is the mob you have to kill. I don't think it's a true lottery. Either way, I need to level up, so I'll just kill every lizard in sight. Level 13. Again, I'll stay out here till level 15, as long as the mobs still give you XP. Right, and it looks like lizards are beginning to respawn. I don't think the lizard all the way over there is a possible placeholder. I have farmed this notorious monster way more than I should have, and I'm pretty familiar with placeholders. I feel like that lizard is a little bit too far away. And my etched ring actually wore off. I'm going to go ahead and reuse it. It's worth a lot of experience. Yeah, both of these lizards look a little too far out of the spawn range. But And yeah, this is the reality of notorious monster hunting. A lot of the times it's not going to spawn. Mind you, the item this notorious monster drops is hardly relevant for leveling. It's purely a trophy item. It is so inconsequential whether you have this item. Like, I think you can make a better argument for Jaggedy-Eared Jack's drop, because Jaggedy-Eared Jack's drop modifies a skill, as Sleeping Lizzy's drop is purely just stats. Also, I'm already level 15. Well then, my time here will be very short-lived. I'm just gonna see a spawn cycle and go. I hit my goal. I don't wanna linger too much. Again, the drop is so inconsequential. I just want to see if I can see the notorious monster. Yeah, we're just gonna wait for the spawns and then leave. As far as how I'm gonna leave, I'm not sure yet. I'm probably gonna make a pit stop back in Bestock to make up for my blunder. I don't think I can mount. I think you have to be level 20. Yeah, you have to be level 20 to mount. The lizards are respawning. They're looking for the lizard that is leaping. Respawn should be happening shortly. Oh, and there it is, Leaping Lizzy. Wow, we actually got it to spawn. And Val's gonna one-shot it before I can even marvel over it. Oh, he's not gonna one-shot it. Let's go. I'm not even gonna weapon skill. I wanna show off Leaping Lizzy a little. Mind you, I'm not on Thief, so I don't have Treasure Hunter, so this is just a raw kill with nothing modifying the drops. Baleful Gaze, that is a look away petrify attack, and Val just ate it. And it's dead. And there's no boots. That's okay though, I wasn't expecting it. I'm actually kind of surprised that I even got it to spawn. Exciting. So then, let's head to... where am I gonna head? Oh, I was gonna head back to Bestock Mines. It's gonna take a minute to get there. I kinda just want to Warp Ring instead. Alright, back in Sandoria for just a moment. I'm just trying to fix the mistake I made. We're gonna head to Bistak Mines. Alright, so here's the survival guide. I'm gonna interact with this. Then, I want to say there's a mechanic that you don't see very often. I don't know if they ever removed it. You have to be level 20 to ride a chocobo for the full duration, but if you are not level 20, you can still rent a chocobo, but they are saying it's not going to last very long. So let's see how long it lasts. I really don't know. I'm only level 15, so I assume it's not going to last very long. Will it even last until I get to North Gustaberg? That's what I wonder. I kind of expect it not to. Alright, the chocobo lasted longer than I thought it would. I already thought I'd be getting kicked off. Wow, I am very impressed. I did not expect the chocobo to last that long. Alrighty then. Our destination here is all the way to the northeast. This is very similar to Gelsba, except it's the Quadab version. Alright, so I was looking up on my other monitor. I guess the chocobo can last as long as 15 minutes. Which is an incredible amount of time for how long I need it. It basically gets me where I need to go. I mean, this is a very underutilized mechanic in modern Final Fantasy XI, because I mean, there's only a 5-level window where this is relevant, because you can just use mounts when you hit level 20. And I am absolutely going to get lost in Palborough. I don't think this is going to end well for me. I think I'm going to get lost. Alright, we have to dismount manually. Oh. There we are. Alright, definitely summon my trusts in here. The enemies here might actually be threatening to me, so it would be in my best interest to have trusts. It's very satisfying to see nobody in this zone. Uh-oh. Why can't I summon trusts? Oh, that is very weird. I was gonna say, it's satisfying seeing no one in here because this place used to be, or I guess it might still be, a botting haven, so I really did not want to see a bunch of bots while I was going through here. Because bots like to farm certain pieces of items that can drop from the cutoff. And I didn't buy a map, because I just assumed that I had one. Well then, we are going mapless. Love it. This is going to be a disaster. An absolute train wreck this is about to be. Like, I legitimately should probably go back to town and buy a map, but I am too stubborn for that. I am far, far too stubborn to do that. Just gonna deal with it. We're not looking for a mining point, we're looking for a mithril seam. We're also looking to go up. If we're going up, we're probably going the correct way. This is a good sign. Yes, this is a good sign. These ones want to fight, huh? Alrighty. Fight we shall. Wow. Triple kill. Wait, that was a quadruple kill. Pop off. I think I heard the aggro sounds. Did you aggro me? Yes, you did. I guess while I'm in here, I should pick up the quest to kill the enemies in here. Only makes sense. There we are, level 16. I wonder if the Quad-Ob will still register as easy prey. Yep. Oh. This is all good. Val's gonna do his thing. I'm actually gonna make a macro really quickly. Because dancers have the ability to heal. So we're going to make a macro for curing molds. We're gonna do ST. ST is select target. So when I press this macro, it's going to open a confirm window for who I want to target. You can use the F keys to navigate to your party members. And it's that simple. You can just hit enter and it'll use curing molds on the target that you selected. Alright, we have gone up a tier in Quad-Ob. I'm still looking for a Mithril Seam. I don't normally do this quest. When I do this mission, I normally just fight. I normally do the second half of the mission, Bestock, because we will do something different if we go to Bestock second. That's normally what I do. Right, we don't want mining points, we want mithril seams. It's time to resummon my trust. It's been a couple levels. Fighting every Quadab on site. They actually can drop an item that I will need in the distant future. So it'd be nice to get the items now. Save some time later. Silver name tag. I don't recognize that. I guess it's an armor piece. There's a mithril seam. Let's clear the room of Quadab first, though. So to mine in this game, you trade, I think, the pickaxe or the hatchet. And my pickaxe broke. This is why I have 25 of them. I will be disappointed if 25 pickaxes aren't enough. I will just say that much. Oh, my inventory is full. Wow. Alright, I think I have to toss this rig. I'm gonna toss some of these stray, not full stack things. There we are, we have some mine gravel. I'm gonna trade another. I wanna see if I can get more, just in case. And I'll just finish the seam. I'm assuming this will despawn after I interact with it enough. Or not. I'll see if 3's enough. Let's continue. Let's see, I'm getting a little lost here. As expected when I don't have a map, because I forgot to buy one. This is a dead end, right? Yes, this is a dead end. Right, I already cleared that out. That is a dead end. Okay, I feel like I went this way. Okay, this must be a new direction. Yes, this is absolutely a new direction. Alright, here we are. So we put in 3 into the lid. We're going to pull the lever. Let's see, I think you can just drop off a ledge somewhere. It's probably a specific ledge. There we go. Here we are. We have 3 ounces of mithril sand, but we only need 1 of them. So. Fortunately, I'm not done here yet, because I am a glutton for punishment. There's something that I want to get while I'm here. Well, actually, there's 2 things I want to get while I'm here. But we are going to stay out here for a little while, even though I have no map. I need experience, so it's not like it's a complete waste of time. I can just fight enemies. Sorry about that. I had to step away, but I forgot to mute. Very, very amateur move. The goal now is to find the highest level quad-ob of this zone. Because I can get some levels off of them while I'm doing that as well. As far as the mission is concerned, we are all set. The mission is ready to be completed. Alright, we want to go here. This looks like the correct way. Now, I don't remember where I'm going in this area, but this is a good sign. And I haven't mentioned it yet, but Quadav aggro by sound, which means if you move near them, we'll aggro them. And this is not like Final Fantasy XIV sound. If you toggle walk, I'm pretty certain that it does not affect sound mobs. I mean, I can test it. I would assume it would be, I would have known at this point if it could do that, and it definitely can't, because all of them just started attacking me. Alright. We're gonna resummon the Trust because it's been a couple levels. This doesn't look like the correct way for me. This is actually a way back to the stock, and I will have to use this once I progress my character enough to unlock the quest that makes me do it, but I did not unlock that quest because I didn't plan on doing it. I kind of want to unlock majority of the jobs all within a pretty rapid succession, with a few exceptions. Let's go this way. I think I'll be turning around very fast. Maybe not. Don't think I'm going to be holding on to these extra sands. Quadav backscale. That is probably for a quest, so it's probably going to sit in my Mog case for a million years. You know, I just realized, since my dagger skill is capped, just for some efficiency's sake, since I have access to a different weapon type, and my damage is extremely trivial, unfortunately, I should probably use this as an opportunity to skill up other weapons. Now, I don't have Monk as a sub-job, so I'm going to have a lot higher delay, but I still think it's fine. I mean, I have Cornelia giving me haste. I think I want to cross this bridge. This feels very correct to me. Oh, I hit level 20 at some point. Okay, I learned a flourish. Provokes target. Not too useful for me. Learned a step. Quick step. Very useful. We also have dual wield. Dancers get dual wield at level 20. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's very useful. I'm actually going to quickly a macro for quick step. If I could type. Apparently I can't type. And I need to be a little careful, because these Quadav are tough. We've gone up a tier in Quadav. I just only now just realized, I think I've been missing a record of evidence. I hope I haven't. Oh, I have been. I feel extra silly. I don't know what a snapping mole is used for, but take it. I'm gonna do this to force Val to do his thing. There we go. Oh, the Copper Quad listed it pretty heavily too. And my inventory. My poor inventory. This delay might be a little too punishing. I might just want to go back to daggers. It probably doesn't matter if I'm skilling up hand to hand. I'll resummon the gang once more. gonna purposely aggro this other Quidab. Nice, level 22. Levels are just coming in. Dark Steel Engraving. I wonder if that's the garrison item. I'm gonna throw it out because my inventory is already like a nightmare. This is what I actually wanted the entire time, so let's just go ahead and get our home point. We're gonna go back to dock because we need to report our success. I think it's the first home point. Alright, so we are done with the stock half of this mission. So, now to get to Windurst. I think I am going to once again make use of the Unity Warp in the interest of saving time, as I don't have the same amount of time I once had to play this game. So I will take whatever time saves I can get. We'll be going to Southern Sandoria. We'll be talking to this NPC. Vendors in. And this is Baruda. This is where the Taru and the Mithra mainly reside. I feel like this was the least popular of the 3 starting cities in terms of where you actually began. But once you actually got to endgame, I feel like a lot of people gravitated towards Windurst, and I'm not entirely sure why. I do like Windurst though. But Windurstans did have the hardest trek to the dunes back in the day. There's the entrance over there to the city. I'm not sure exactly how long I'm going to continue. I think I can go another hour at most. I'm not sure if I'm actually going to finish the mission, because I might sidetrack myself with another notorious monster. Right, Windurst Woods. Gonna swing over to the north, because there's a home point to pick up over here. As long as I get one home point, I'm pretty much golden. Alright, so we are reporting believe we are reporting to the Heavens Tower before we actually begin our mission. So we don't actually have the item that we need for the mission yet. I'm also going to make a small detour here before I actually begin the mission. We're going to take the ruby out of our case. And toss out the sand that we don't need. No point. I'm going to put these items in my case. I will need these items for once I begin the Bistock missions. They're just handy to have. Save me some time. Here I'm going to change jobs to thief for a moment. I plan on doing the mission as a dancer, but I want to be in a level 30 job to accept a quest while I am in Winter's Walls. While I do want to unlock a lot of the jobs together, this job is a good job to just passively unlock as you go. So I might as well accept the quest now and just work on it as I continue playing the game normally. I think I have a cutscene. Oh, is this for Shantoto? Oh boy. I guess? We will not be dealing with that for quite some time. I have never done that storyline ever. We have a few things we want to do. Windurst Walls. I suppose I should take care of my mission first. Let's go into Heaven's Tower. Wait, I just realized I entered the zone from Windurst Woods, yet the cutscene put me at Windurst Waters. That's interesting. There we are, we have the Dark Key, and we have a new trust, and I actually think Semi is actually a very good trust. I'll probably want to redeem her at some point. Sure. For now, though, we should be fine with what we have. Also, the music here is just amazing. Easily one of the best tracks in this game. Top 5 at worst. Okay. We have a couple more things we want to do in Windurst Walls before we move on. I'm gonna go ahead and flee. Having some trouble typing. I'm actually going the opposite direction. Great use of my flee. Fantastic. So let's go ahead and interact with this door while we have the Carbuncle's Ruby in our inventory. And this is the beginning of the Summoner quest line. Summoner is one of the most unique jobs in this game. Also an extremely hard job to play, at least in terms of getting geared up and being effective. Very, very different from 14's version. I want to play Summoner to some extent. I plan on unlocking Summoner, and I would like to do all of the level 20 avatar fights, because it just comes off as fun to me. That will not be for a while, though. There's one last thing I want to do. Underst walls. The goal is to get to Gideus, and maybe I can show off a notorious monster. I don't know if I'm actually going to finish the mission today. This session has been going for quite a while. I've been at it for 4 or 5 hours today, which is pretty long. Granted, it is one of my days off work, so I can actually put in some grind. Let's see, we want to make our way to the Mog House, actually. I don't think I can see. 42 seconds. Oh. We are going to pull out the Lilac. There's a quest we can do over here. Home point. And we're going to trade our Lilac to this young Mithra. You have learned your way through the back alleys of Windurst. So now when we enter the Mog House in a minute, we can go ahead and change jobs. Gonna go back to Dancer so we can get EXP while we are in Gideus. Try to exit the Mog House. We are going to select an area to exit to. We are going to pick Fort Windurst. Yeah, if I get lucky with the Notorious Monster, I might be able to finish the mission today, but most likely I will just save it for next time. Because what I can do is I can kill all of the mobs for the Notorious Monster without recording, and then when the mob actually spawns, I can start a new session. This is kind of cheating editing, because I'm not really going to edit, because I don't know how to. And I feel like I'd be better off streaming than trying to edit, personally, but I don't think I have a good streaming personality. I'm just going to remind myself that there is a survival guide in this zone, and I would like to get it without leaving. So let's not forget the survival guide this time. Oh, point. This is not the survival guide. This is the survival guide. There we go. This is not the cutscene I was expecting. This is definitely part of the Shantoto questline. See, I feel like I probably should have skipped some of these stories, but I honestly feel it's so much part of the Final Fantasy XI experience to just have random cutscenes cutting in the middle of other things you're doing. There's one specific cutscene that I am absolutely just going to let play, and it's going to be so jarring, but it is such a part of the experience. I gotta say, the localization team did such a good job with Shantoto. Like, it's not easy making a character rhyme like that. I don't plan on doing this storyline for a very long time. Like, I'm probably going to exhaust a lot of content before I do side stories. Alright, now to make our way to Gideus. I'm gonna go very north. Hey, there's people out here. I will be stopping at the outpost to pick up the survival guide, because there's no reason not to. Yeah, I will be doing something about this mount music. I actually thought I already had it disabled, but apparently it's not disabled. So I'm gonna look into that. And I did not get a map of Gideus, so we are doing this without a map again. Thankfully, I think Gideus is not as bad as Palborough, and I know Galspa very well. Granted, I think Galspa is the most straightforward of all the strongholds, so that's not really saying much. Alright, this is the Yagudo foothold, Gideus. This zone is home to one of the most notorious monsters out of the Beastmen Out of the Beastmen foothold, this place is definitely the most famous, without a doubt. Right, let's go ahead and navigate. I am going to get a little lost, probably. We're not going to really find any strong enemies until we delve a bit into here, so gonna run past a lot of enemies. This inventory, though, I might want to look into expanding it. There are ways to expand it. You can either trade an item or do a quest. And on a server like this, I might have to rely on the item you can trade rather than doing the quest. It really depends on how self-sufficient I can be doing it. Right, we're just gonna walk in here. And I have no idea where I am going in here. Kinda just gonna fumble around and hope I find the right place. This room has a pitfall. Enter. Isagudo will probably aggro me. It actually went the correct way for both the mission and what I was looking for out of what to farm here. Wait, it's already up. Okay. This is what I wanted to fight. Mjuu the Torrent. It's a white mage notorious monster, I think. We're going to find out when it heals to full. And like always, it never drops the item. It can drop a staff. It is a very good staff for bards and beastmasters. This is actually kind of awkward because I think I'm a little too low level to take on what the mission wants me to. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some experience, and then I'll probably call it there. So this area has all the high level Gegudo. I have a full inventory apparently. Alright, so I think what the plan is going to be is that I will probably gain some experience off camera, and I might just kill the notorious monster one more time here. And then I'll finish the story. I want to get to a relatively safe spot, because I'm pretty sure I would lose a 1v1 to a lot of mobs in my current state, because I am that dependent on trust. So we are going to go to a spot that is hopefully safe of Yagudo. I think right around here is probably safe. Yeah, next time we will be finishing rank 3 for sure. And hopefully we'll see the notorious monster here one last time. Since it wasn't really a hunt this time, he was just there waiting. Thank you. Have a good day.